Hi guys, this is Igor from Vinous Review Wine Shop, and this is November Wine Club selections. So first of all, let me tell you guys, so I hope everybody has a nice Thanksgiving holiday. A lot of these wines I think will pair great with traditional Thanksgiving dishes, but you probably need more wines than these for your Thanksgiving table. So just a reminder, don't forget, if you're shopping for wine, stop in the store, obviously go online. I think it's the best way to shop through my store because I have all the information about the wines online. But anyway, do that. Plus, holiday season is coming, and if you guys wanted to give holiday gifts, I think wine is a great gift. Both, you can buy bottles of wine, or I have a 3 month club memberships. So if you guys want to give that as a gift, that's pretty cool as well. Okay, so let's get to the wines. First, let's start with the white wines from the Adventurous Club. Both of the white wines are going to be Italian. So let's start with the first one. It's from Marrone family, and it's Arnese. So Arnese is one of the prevailing grapes in the Langhe region. So Langhe it's a region within Piedmont in northwest Italy. And Arnese is a really nice grape that's getting a really nice reputation. This is made by the sisters, the three sisters. So the name of the cuvée is called Tre Three Sisters, and the three sisters are currently running the family. One is in charge of winemaking, one is in charge of kind of marketing, and the other one is in charge of hospitality. And it's a really nice expression of the Arnese grape. In fact, John Gilman, he has a nice little online newsletter called View from the Cellar. He gave this one 93 points, a great score. And he actually said that it's some of the best Arnese he's ever tasted since Bruno Giacosa. And that's a big name. That's a great Barolo winemaker, but he's also known for making fantastic Arnese. So the wine kind of full of kind of white flowers. There's some citrus notes, pear, and like just beautiful salty minerality. So yeah, really beautiful wine. If you're in a wine club, you get this wine. All right, the second wine for the wine selections is from the Borgio Pagliamento family, and now we're going to central Italy, Marche region. It's a region kind of along the Adriatic coast on the east side of Italy. And Verdicchio is kind of king in that area. That's the most prevalent white wine variety. And there's two kind of bigger sub-regions. There's the Castelli di Jesi that makes Verdicchio. That's closer to the Adriatic coast. But this comes from the smaller sub-region. It's called Verdicchio di Matelica, which is more inland into the Apennines. So wines here, they're higher elevation, so there's more kind of refreshing minerality to them, more citrus notes, really kind of beautiful expression of this steely grape, kind of Sauvignon Blanc in style, but even more so in its great acidity. Yeah, really beautiful wine, really nice producer. This one also got high accolades. This is the 2022 vintage, and Gabetta Rosso, which is probably the most kind of thought or looked at magazine for wine in Italy, gave it 3 Bicchieri, 3 glasses, which is the highest award in the category. So yeah, another highly acclaimed wine. So you get 2 beautiful wines for the White Wine Club selections. The Verdicchio is also in the Mixed Club selection. So if you're in the Mixed Club, you get Verdicchio as well. The red wine that you get in the Mixed Club is a Beaujolais. So the kind of the most classic Thanksgiving wine. Beaujolais it's a region. The grape is Gamay, kind of like a cousin to Pinot Noir. A wine full of like tart red fruits, light tannins, just a beautiful fruitiness to that. And a lot of people think it's like the prototypical Thanksgiving wine because it pairs well with turkey and classic Thanksgiving dishes. So this comes from Laurent Perrichon family. They're actually from Juliana's, one of the 10 crus. So Beaujolais, it's kind of, you have to kind of look at it on 2 sides. There's the northern part of Beaujolais and then the southern part of Beaujolais. The southern part of Beaujolais has more clay soils, kind of produces lighter, less complex wines. The northern part, it's for the most part granite. And there are 10 famous villages. They're called crews. Flory, it's one of the 10 crews. So he produces like a light, beautiful expression of Beaujolais. In fact, Flory is actually considered kind of the lightest in style of the 10 crews. Very soft tannins, a lot of just beautiful florals, beautiful acidity to this wine. And you know, another cool aspect of it is the old vines go into this cuvee. At least 50 years old. Some of the vines are as old as 80 years old. So a lot of the old vines they produce less fruit, but more concentrated fruit, which gives it like a more complex wine. All right, so that's also in the mixed selection, along with something on the other end of the body spectrum. So this wine is from France as well, and it's from Saint-Estèphe. So Saint-Estèphe is one of the 4 famous communes on the left bank of Bordeaux. So left bank of Bordeaux, that's the Cabernet Sauvignon dominated wines. Saint-Estèphe is one of those 4 famous villages. So Chateau Clouzet, their vineyards actually neighbor Chateau Lafite. So pretty famous neighbors. So even though Chateau Lafite is in Pauillac, the vineyards, you know, because the 2 villages are relatively close together, they're close together, like I said. So this is a blend of 55% Cabernet, 40% Merlot, a little bit of Petit Verdot, a little bit of Cabernet Franc. Kind of classic Cabernet blend from 2015 vintage, which is considered an excellent vintage. So it's one of these wines, it's 8 years old, but because it's a wine that's big, it has full of black fruit and rich tannins, you still have to probably open it up for at least 2 hours and let it breathe for all of it to be as expressive as possible. So I think, yeah, you get like a whole spectrum here. You have a light red if you're in the red wine club, and you get a big full-bodied red in the red wine club. So fun selections here. Italy and France represented beautifully. All right. And I'm super excited about the wines in the High Society Club. All right, let's start with the first one. So this is from Mutiliana Estate. So Mutiliana, it's a winery created by Giorgio Melandri, who himself is kind of wine obsessive. He's actually formerly a wine critic. So he wanted to create something kind of unique. He, like a lot of wine critics, he loves Burgundy. So he wanted to make a Burgundian type of a wine. All right, so you kind of have to follow a little bit the crumb trail here. So the winery comes from the Emilia-Romagna region, which is in northern Italy. The sub-region is Modigliani. So it's divided into 3 valleys. And one of the valleys, Tramazzo Valley, this is where this Pinot Noir comes from. So within the Tramazzo Valley, there's an appellation called Forli. So this one comes from that tiny appellation. It's a high elevation, it's the mountains, and once again in the Apennines, about 600-meter elevation. So it's very delicate, aromatic Pinot Noir, Pinot Nero, and which is unusual from Italy. There's not that many Pinot Noirs in Italy, and even fewer Pinot Noirs from this particular area of Italy. And I think kind of this specific regional designation is shown in the glass. Like the terroir is shown in this glass. So very, very beautiful Pinot Noir. I think it's ready for Thanksgiving meal. All right, and finally, what could possibly be here? Oh, this wine comes from Mas del Serral. So this is a personal project from the proprietors of Raventos Estate. A little history about Raventos Estate. They were the first estate in Spain to bottle sparkling wine. And they make some of the best sparkling wines in the area. So this is in the Penedès region, kind of in the Barcelona area, eastern part of Spain. But this is a personal project from the current proprietor and winemaker. What he wants to do is make wines with the least type of intervention. So the grape here is Bastarda Negra. And it's a grape local to the area, but they don't really make that much about it. Actually, the plot for this wine comes from the size of 0.4 of an hectare. So it's a tiny plot, and he wants to use the biodynamic principle. So very little intervention, basically have clean vineyards, and from that produce clean, expressive wine. Very minimal sulfites is used in this wine. And one really unusual part of this wine, I never heard of any other wine kind of being made this way. It's a red wine that's aged in open barrels. I think it's it's a beautiful wine, super rare wine, and delicious wine. So if you were in the High Society Club, I think both these wines are really exciting wines. Both are on the lighter style, and I think it suits kind of Thanksgiving dishes. But I think they're both beautiful on their own. So I'll have all these descriptions about the wines in the below description in the video. So you can go to the links and read more about these wines. A lot of cool stuff. So yeah, I think for the club members, these are once again some exciting wines, and I hope you guys enjoy them. Thank you. I'll see you guys soon.